Open Range Roamer 340 FLR here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And if you're a student of the RV industry, which I've noticed a lot of my viewers are, you know that last year this was called a Journeyer. And long story short, they just phased out the name Journeyer and moved this over to the Roamer family. And the funny part is really nothing's changed. Roamer and Journeyer were already basically the same coach. They made a couple minor exterior tweaks on this one. I don't really see anything they changed inside. But what they did makes a lot of sense, and I really like it. Keep in mind, we sell a ton of RVs, over 1,000 this year, and we're a big open range dealer. Not every 340 FLR we carry is going to be just like this one. If you are a student of the industry, you know that last year in the Journeyer series, we added the patio option, the fold-down patio deck option to this model. That has been discontinued, so that is no longer available, not even on a special order. We tried, trust me. Some of the optional things you can look at on here would be things like the slide out awnings up here. Those help keep your awning protected, your slide out protected by guarding the roof and the top seams and whatnot, the most critical points from harsh weather effects and whatnot. Open ranges are one of the few things out there that do have a true 2-year bumper to hitch warranty. That's a very cool thing. They are willing to put twice their money into the longevity of this coach, into the assurance of it. I heard something funny the other day. A customer said, I was shopping around, a guy said, well, they have to have a 2-year warranty. That's what the guy down the street told me, and I just started laughing. Why on earth would you build something knowing it was going to fail and then be willing to put twice the liability on yourself for it? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Frameless windows, popular thing nowadays. Primary reason is they just look absolutely stellar. Open Range is using a UV tinted window, so one, you have a lot of privacy, like we can't really see inside here, but people can see out easily, like car tint on windows. They do pivot open for airflow even when it's raining outside. The other thing is we have, you can add an option, which we've done on this coach, but you can't see the difference. This is a thermal pane window, so it will help enhance that R factor. Now, this is a 100-inch wide body coach with an extra deep main slide. Ooh, that sounds brutal. So, average RV is 96 inches. This is 100 inches. 4 inches doesn't sound like much, but it's a big difference. You can tell the moment you walk in, you go, oh wow, this is bigger. Where you really feel it though is the bedroom and the bathroom. Now on top of that, we have a deeper slide here. These two things together make this thing one of the widest type trailers of its kind on the market. I mentioned how they made a couple small tweaks. Last year, they had the propane and the battery shoved at the back of the RV, and they had kind of a reverse fifth wheel thing going on, which the floor plan is still a reversed fifth wheel, but they moved, like a normal travel trailer, the battery and propane tanks up front here. What that allowed them to do was give you the largest rear storage you've ever seen, and we'll see more of that when we get back there. A couple things I want to point out. Roamers are all 0 to 100 degree tested. That's one of the reasons is they do have an enclosed, forced air heated insulated underbelly making that happen. Now we've added power stabilizer jacks to this one. That's one of those things not found in all of them. But these nice lock arm bars here, what those are doing is keeping the trailer from rocking and rolling around your campsite, keeps it nice and sturdy and steady. You're going to see bigger fifth wheel tires here, Westlake radials, just like you see in a Roamer fifth wheel. They don't scale anything down because it's a travel trailer. It's just on, a different hitch system. You're also still seeing the EqualFlex suspension here, which is a rubber shock dampener inside that big yellow widget there, and that's helping keep this thing from chucking and jumping going down the road. This does have an enclosed docking station here, which is rare on travel trailers, but again, they don't scale down their travel trailers. They build it just the same. This is where I was saying that rear section back there used to be where you keep your propane and your batteries. They made this the biggest, baddest, most awesome giant pass-through storage compartment I've ever seen in a travel trailer. Keep in mind, I see a lot of RVs. I do this all day, every day, and look at this. It's huge. Now, you notice this is also another good point to see how they build it with all aluminum skeleton. Other nice little things, they have aluminum screw trim here. They don't use plastic screw trim because that will shrink and expand in the sun. Where the walls connect, that's a huge potential leak point. Now it's been eliminated. True walk-on roof in this thing. True walk-on roof. Plywood decked on the floor and the roof. Your side slide outs even are laminated for better insulation and strength and longevity. Magnetic door holdbacks here, and what I like is they actually spent just the extra couple cents to put a double magnet on here because that is a big door, and that's a smart thing that they did right there. OpenRange actually is not real big on doing screen doors. Instead, what they do is they spend that money on a huge window with a sliding screen panel, so you can still have a nice breeze coming through, but you don't have to deal with the double hinges and doors, and it's a problem. It actually is kind of tricky. By the way, this one comes in at 8,970 pounds. Did I hook my battery back up? Hold on just a second. I want to turn some lights on in here. No, I did not. I am glad I checked that. Just a second. That's how we do it right there. Okay, so we walk in. Now, if I was saying this is the back of a fifth wheel, you'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen that before, but it's not. It's a travel trailer. That's what's cool. The other thing I like about this, bang, killer lights in here, and it's just one switch, just like you have in your house. So I've got one switch for the living room, one switch for the bathroom, one for the bedroom. I have individual little spotlights scattered throughout, but the main thing is it's just simple and easy. This is called the Marble Decor, and keep in mind, this unit, again, may not be identical to the one that we have in stock. Let's just start working our way around. This is a trifold memory foam sleeper sofa, so that can fold out into a queen-ish bed, basically. Queen sheets aren't going to fit it, but it's close. Notice, too, the height of the slide. Because this is a minimum 7 foot tall, and then it arches up just like a fifth wheel. It looks just like a fifth wheel in the living room. They have huge, super tall slide outs here. The windows near the front here ventilate, and from the outside it just looks like a wall, but from the inside you have a giant front window. How cool is that? If you're parked looking at a lake or something, oh my gosh, I cannot think of a better floor plan. Now, not only do we have nice recliners in here as part of an upgrade, but they are wall huggers. This is an actual wall hugging recliner, so when you kick the feet out, it slides away from the wall. Freestanding dining table here. Primarily this is a couples coach, but occasionally you may entertain a guest, but holy crap, look at the window. If you're standing here, if you're in the kitchen, or if you're in the living room, you have like 270 degrees of visibility in here. It's one of the most expansive scenic floor plans I've seen. And again, extra tall slide outs. It's about 6'6" in the slide. Even a 6'3" guy like me has no problem walking in here. We'll come back to this in just a minute. This is one of the questions I had. I wanted to show this thing in action. People always ask me about that. Electric fireplace, so you don't need to burn up your propane to heat your camper. Very good in the spring and the fall. If it's super, super cold, by the way, you don't run that because you'll trick your thermostat into shutting off, and then you stop the flow of forced air heat to your underbelly. They leave you a big shelf down here if you want to bring extra electronics or just decorate. They use Furrion electronics. We have a Furrion soundbar, Furrion DVD Bluetooth stereo. We have a Furrion television. I'm big on Furrion. The reason being, it is made to just be shaken like crazy. You can bounce this thing down the road. You can freeze this TV and then heat it and freeze it and heat it and freeze it and heat it for like 8 hours straight over and over again. Doesn't fail. It is made for serious abuse. They use metal guts, not plastic. It's a different type of TV. You wouldn't put, how can I say this? Your TV in your house, would you hold on to that thing and just bounce it up and down on the cabinet a bunch of times? Of course not. You'd be an idiot. Yeah, I would think of you the way my wife thinks of me. But that's deserved anyway. That's what your camper goes through. That's what your TV goes through in your camper. This thing shakes like an earthquake. This is made for that. It's better than what you have in your house. And kind of like a motorhome, they hide little TV storage back here, which is really cool. Flipping around to the kitchen area, OpenRanges have what I call a dream kitchen. They have an ungodly amount of storage in here. Partially because the ceilings are so tall. They can have huge cabinets, huge cupboards. They can have just enormous amounts of storage. Just right there alone is an immense amount of storage. By the way, ceiling fan and a power ceiling vent fan up here to keep air moving and ventilating and flowing. We have solid surface countertops. True Corian, by the way. It does carry the Corian seal. I mean, look at all the drawer space. We actually have a dedicated trash can there. Huge drawer under the oven, which you normally don't get, as well as the refrigerator. And I love this. I love that the storage slides open to you. Now, one of the questions people have is, where does the island go in transit? That's where it goes. That stays there in transit. So we have a huge island with nothing but pure storage itself. This whole thing opens with pure storage inside with two additional drawers in here. By the way, the feet are on casters that you can lock in place. There's also little wooden discs, look like hockey pucks basically, that you set it on to help keep it from rolling around. So it's very sturdy once you reach your campsite. So we've got an 8 cubic foot fridge, 33% bigger than a standard travel trailer, tons of island storage, extra countertop space, a sink off to the side with a shepherd's hook, residential style, pull-out faucet sprayer, and just an amazing amount of drawer space. Like I said, a dream kitchen. You just don't get a kitchen like this in a travel trailer most of the time. Walking upstairs, one of my favorite points right here, we actually have a coat closet right when you walk in the door. That's a big hot button item for me. I love that. I absolutely love that. Walking in the bathroom, just like everywhere else, boop, one switch, lights. And look at the difference that makes. Wow. Both the kitchen and the bathroom both have the bigger, like Max Air, Creative Breeze fan, whatever brand name you want to use. Now here's the thing. This is a huge bathroom. Remember, this is wide body. This is where it really counts and makes a difference. So they're able to put the larger radius shower in here. Radius shower is larger than a corner shower. Now, this also has a seating area, so if you need to sit down to shave your legs, or for safety reasons, if you need to sit to bathe, you're good here. This has plenty of headroom. Again, I'm a tall guy. This is a true walk-in upstairs, which is funny to say in a travel trailer, but it applies. You know, real hardware in the shower. Stuff like that makes a difference. Notice, too, this is seamless. There's nowhere where water can slip through a crack and penetrate. And check out the structural reinforcement on this thing. I mean, look at that. That's amazing. Also, this can be a laundry room because they have this pre-prep for a little Combo-Matic washer dryer down there. And that's why this overhead cabinet's extra big, so you can fit like boxes of detergent and things up here. This is such a cool trailer. It could be anything you want. You could travel with it. You could park with it. It could be a home on wheels, essentially. It does it all. Now, even though the ceiling here is not real tall, they still include a wall control switch, which they do for all their power ceiling vent fans like that. We have a normal, like, fifth wheel style bedroom. Not so normal because we're in a travel trailer. And boop, once again, killer light switch. We've added the second air conditioner on this. All Roamers are 50 amp service standard, but they have added the second AC to give you max airflow potential. So this has anywhere between a 28,500 to a 30,000 BTU air system, depending on the air unit put up here in the bedroom. 15K air standard in the living room. Something I love, that little shelf right above the bed. It's not deep enough you're going to crack your head on it, but you can still keep your phones and alarm clocks up there. This is a true queen bed. This is 60 by 80 and it's a Denver pillow top mattress. Full storage underneath. Just like a big fifth wheel, we have a wall-to-wall front wardrobe closet. You are not going to hurt for a place to hang a shirt in this one. Also, you have a TV prep station up there, so you can put a TV on the wall if you're so inclined, and a massive dresser. The other thing I like, oh man, that's big. The other thing I like is this charging station over here, so you can keep your phones and devices right here, charged up and good to go. This, again, is a trailer unlike any other. I had someone say, well, can you think of anything else like this? And I felt bad, but I honestly laughed. No, there is nothing like an open range. They are their own entity. They are their own thing. And that's what makes them so fun and so cool. 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Give us a call. You know, have a little fun. Learn a little bit more about this one. And I think you're going to see why these guys are so popular. I can't get them. You know, don't ask me if I have one used. I've had 2 used ever. You don't upgrade from an open range. You upgrade to an open range. And that's pretty much the end of the line. So I hope you had fun. Enjoy. And if you have any questions, definitely give us a call. This is a big investment. We want you to do it right. That's why we put this effort in here. Have fun, guys.